Welcome back to more Let's Play Dragon Age Origins. Anyway, last time we did the Warden's Keep DLC, as you can plainly see by my armor, and we're going to be doing the Circle of Magi, the Tower of Magi, in this particular session. But before we go do that, we need to start building up a reputation with our companions. We need to start getting them to love us, and I'm going to show you something I have real quick.
If there's anything I can do for you, please.
Yeah, shut up, Bodan. I don't need you. If you have, there's a DLC which I had because I had a few extra points to spare one time, and it's called the Feast Day Gifts Pack, which essentially allows you to buy all of these gifts and boost the love of your companions if you are confused on how to, because it's very difficult to get everyone's love up all the way. And these thoughtful gifts will essentially make it a little easier for you. So I'll just buy like a couple of them, like a sovereign's worth for now. I'm not gonna rely entirely upon them to boost everyone's love, but I mean, I just like to do a little bit just to sort of get the ball rolling. Just so I don't or I like to use them if I make a mistake. If I, say, really piss one of them off accidentally and I didn't mean to. But for most parts I'll be trying to avoid using them, but I do want to talk to a couple of people first of all, just to get the gist, you know. So we're going to be doing the Tower of Magi next, so probably best if we talk to Morrigan first, because she is a mage after all, and so am I. And I'll show you how you give gifts to someone. Basically, it's very simple. You just go into the Others menu. You have the companion that you want to give the gift to selected, in this case Morrigan. Give her a thoughtful gift.
A fine gift. You have my thanks.
There you go. 20 approval.
What do you wish of me?
Let's ask you something.
If you must.
Is Flemeth really what she seems to be?
Well, that depends, does it not? What does she seem to be?
A powerful Maleficar.
You mean, is she truly the Flemeth of legend and story? Tell me, how much do you know of the tale? The one that the chastened still tell of my mother, to frighten them into obedience.
I've heard little of it.
No doubt such a tale has mutated much over time and telling. I can relay what Flemeth once told me herself, and you can decide whether or not 'tis the truth, if you desire.
Sounds interesting.
As the tale is sung by the bards, there was a time when Flemeth was young and beautiful, a fair lass in a land of barbarian men, the desire of any who saw her.
Just how long ago is this?
Many centuries, before this land was even named Ferelden. The tales say that Flemeth fell in love with Osen the bard, and fled the castle of her husband, the dread Lord Conabar, and that he swore vengeance for her infidelity. In truth, my mother claims that 'twas Osen who was her husband, and Conabar the jealous lord, who looked on from afar. Lord Conabar approached young Osen and offered him wealth and power in exchange for his lovely wife, and Osen agreed.
Sold his wife to another man.
The life of a bard is a poor one, and love fades in the wake of hunger. 'Twas Flemeth who suggested the arrangement. All would have been well had Lord Conabar kept his end of the bargain. But he was a foul man who bargained with coin he did not possess. Osen was led off to a field and slain, left for dead. Flemeth spoke to the spirits and learned of the deed, and swore revenge.
Spirits or demons?
Spirits first, and 'twas they who slew Conabar. Flemeth did not turn to the demon until much later. Lord Conabar's allies chased Flemeth, you see. Chased her to the wilds, and there she hid. There she found the demon, and he made her strong. The legends all speak of the great hero Cormac, he who defeated Flemeth and her great army when she invaded the lowlands centuries later. All lies.
Of course Flemeth would say that.
The truth of the matter is that there was never an invasion. As Flemeth tells it, the Chastened never raised an army under her banner, and she never fought with any warrior named Cormac. Cormac led a brutal civil war against his own people, and later claimed it was to vanquish evil that had taken root amongst the lords. Thus, he was hailed a hero. Flemeth was only attached to the legend much later. Perhaps 'twas due to the Great War with the Chastened that eventually came, but Mother claims not to know how it began.
And do you believe her version?
I do not believe everything that Flemeth claims. Oft it seems her bitterness has colored her memories. But on the whole, yes, I believe this tale, if not all.
An interesting story, thank you.
Flemeth tells it with far more embellishment than I, but you are welcome. Dare I ask of your own mother? Few are abominations of legend, 'tis true, but I find myself curious nevertheless.
There's nothing really to say about her.
I see. I find myself a little envious, to tell the truth. But it matters not. Let us move on.
And she gets her minor magic ability because we've started to get her friendship. Look, you can romance Morrigan if you want to. I have no intention of doing so. I prefer to set my sights elsewhere.
Oh, how dear of you. Thank you
Now-
so much.
Yes, you're welcome. Now, word to the wise, if you're going to give Leliana gifts, she has a tendency to glitch. Do not shower her with gifts, or it will backfire. You have to gain her trust slowly over time, otherwise she won't really like you that much, and a lot of her side quests and extra bonuses won't unlock. So be very careful. She is the hardest one to romance out of all of them, which is why I'm doing it. It's the challenge. And because I like her more than Morrigan.
Yes?
I'd like to talk.
Well, here I am.
Evidently. What was life like in the Chantry Cloister?
Quiet. It was a life suited for contemplation. In the cloister, away from the fuss and the flurry of the cities, I found peace. And in that stillness, I could hear the Maker. But it was not perfect. Some of my Chantry fellows were condescending. That is the nature of religious folk, I suppose.
Condescending? How so?
When I talked about my beliefs, that the Maker reveals himself in the beauty of his world, they treated me with disdain. They want to believe that he's gone, so that when he turns his gaze on them, it means they are special, chosen. He cannot possibly have love for all, the sick and the weary, the beggars and the fools.
I prefer your ideas on the Chantry.
Thank you. Maybe I am wrong. But it is the Maker's place to decide if I am worthy, not men, not the Chantry. But there is work to be done, and I have talked enough for now.
Alright, gonna talk to you a little more?
Yes?
Yeah, let's see.
Well, here I am.
What would someone like you be doing in Lothering's Chantry?
What is meant by someone like me?
Yes, be very careful what you say here. Sanctimonious preachy, like all the other Chantry zealots. Not really. Let's see. There we go.
And there were no beautiful, charming women in the cloisters, you think? You would be wrong. There were many lovely young initiates in the Lothering cloister, all of them chaste and virtuous. It added to their mystique. Because then, they were forbidden, and forbidden fruit is the sweeter, no?
What about your... Oh, God! I'm sorry, but some of the writing in this game is very cheesy. Very cheesy.
My fruit? Well, it is not technically forbidden, but it's not freely given either. Not everyone gets a bite. I can't believe I'm having this conversation. But no, I did not take vows. The Chantry provides succor and safe harbor to all who seek it. I chose to stay and become affirmed.
I'm sorry, I've never picked that option before. I just wanted to see what would happen. Oh, God. Affirmed.
We affirm our belief in the Maker, in Andraste and the chant, but other than that, there are no vows taken.
And what did you do before that?
I was a traveling minstrel in Orlais. Tales and songs were my life. I performed, and they rewarded me with applause and coin. And my skill in battle? Well, you pick up different skills when you travel, yes? Yes, of course. Let's move on.
There we go, minor cunning. Now that's set the romance chain in effect, I believe, but let me just check to make sure.
Yes? Something you need?
Yeah, because of the way she says hello to you.
Yes? What's on your mind?
Let's see. This vision of yours.
I knew this would come up sooner or later. I don't know how to explain, but I had a dream. In it, there was an impenetrable darkness. It was so dense, so real. And there was a noise, a terrible, ungodly noise. I stood on a peak and watched as the darkness consumed everything. And when the storm swallowed the last of the sun's light, I fell. And the darkness drew me in.
What then?
When I woke, I went to the Chantry's gardens, as I always do. But that day, the rosebush in the corner had flowered. Everyone knew that bush was dead. It was grey and twisted and gnarled, the ugliest thing you ever saw. But there it was, a single beautiful rose. It was as though the Maker stretched out his hand to say, even in the midst of this darkness, there is hope and beauty. Have faith.
And this made you want to help me?
In my dream, I fell. Or maybe I jumped. I'd do anything to stop the blight. I know that we can do it. There are so many good things in the Maker's world. How can I sit by while the blight devours everything?
Chantry says the Maker has left us.
He's still here. I hear him in the wind and the waves. I feel him in the sunlight that warms my skin. I know what the Chantry says about the Maker, and what should I believe? What I feel in my heart, or what others tell me?
Believe what feels right to you.
Thank you. It's nice to find someone who agrees. I know what I know, and no one will ever make that untrue.
Ah, alright. We're on the right track with her then. Check her meter. Should be higher than most. And it is. We'll leave it there for now. We'll come back to it. Sten, my boy!
Why are we stopping?
We're not moving. We're in camp. We're not stopping. We're working together. I think I should get to know you.
There are Darkspawn to be fought. Is this delay needful?
Yes, Sten is a man of few words. His conversations are very quick. You were in that cage for weeks.
You are concerned. No need. I am fit enough to fight.
I've never seen a Kunari before. You said you were in the army.
I am.
Have you ever fought in war?
I have always fought in war, human.
See, I told you, he has like one sentence responses. Everyone else gives me paragraphs in the great American novel. You give me meh. Yeah. It's like talking to someone online.
Some of them. They aren't all alike.
Are you always this bad about answering questions?
As you wish.
Oh, good lord. So, I don't think I said one night. Oh, yeah, I said I was concerned, but that earned his approval somehow, I suppose. And Alistair. Alistair, yeah, we'll talk to Alistair real quick. I suppose we should, really. Spoke to everyone else, and he'll feel left out otherwise. Let's see what kind of armor he's got. His gauntlets are grey iron. Yeah, it's about as good as it's gonna get for now, I'm afraid. Check with Bodan real quick and see if he's got a sword I can give to Alistair. I'm gonna take Alistair with me to the Tower of Magi, so...
If there's anything I can do...
Shut up.
Shut
up, Bodan. He has no weapons aside from an axe, which is insanely expensive. What is the cost, the strength requirement for this? 30... Need 38 magic? Let's say 38 magic for the Blood Dragon Plate Gauntlets. Oh, because I'm a mage, so I have different requirements for... Wait, no, I have Arcane Warrior. I have the Arcane Warrior feat, though, so my requirements for, let's say my requirements are forgiven. Should work. Wait, no. Give that back.